Good morning, everyone. It may not be morning as you're watching this, but as you can see, the clock has just ticked over to 8:30 a.m. as I am recording this, hence the coffee. Also, hence the weirdness of my voice. This is my morning voice. It's usually a little gravelly like this until I exercise it a bit more. Um, So I wanted to make this video because over the past couple of days, there've been enough of you that have told us either through your response to the tech survey or through emails that you have sent to Professor McIntosh or myself that this is either your first online course or you are worried that you won't be able to keep up with the course. And so going through that, it occurred to me that it might be a good idea to give sort of a brief tutorial of Google Classroom, as well as helping you sort of understand how Professor McIntosh and I organize the course in the ways that Google Classroom will present the material to you. Stumbling over my words. But if this is either absolutely your first time taking an online course at all, or it is the first time you have taken an online course specifically with Professor McIntosh and myself, I'd pay attention. All right. So, Google Classroom is what Bethel University has encouraged professors to use, whether or not the course you are teaching is online. So first off, let me go back to the main page. If you just go to googleclassroom.com, right, and sign in with your Bethel email account, use your Bethel account, not a different one. If you have another Gmail account, Bethel University is not going to recognize that account. You won't be able to log in that way or join a class in that way. But make sure that you're signed in with your Bethel email. And when you go to googleclassroom.com, all of your classes that you have joined should be listed up here. Now, your view of all of this is going to be slightly different from my view because I'm the one teaching the courses. And unfortunately, Google Classroom doesn't give us the option of being able to see the information in the class the way a student would see it. It's one of the oversights of Google Classroom, I feel like, at least. So you'll see all of your classes, and and I'm on a desktop. This is how everything looks on a desktop. I will also in a moment go to the mobile app so that you get a feel for how things look there as well. Right? So you would choose the class that you want to explore further. Although I want you to note, it's the first week of class as I'm recording this, so not very much is due yet in any of these. But you'll notice right here, it will tell you some important stuff that you may have due in upcoming days. So Google Classroom right now is showing you that the tech survey is due by this upcoming Sunday at 10:59 p.m. So it's already there. You can already sort of get some of this that you need to know at a quick glance, even here. But should you need to explore further, you would click here and you'll be taken to the main stream of the class. So up here at the top, you'll see, and this looks, as I said, a lot of this will look a little bit different for you, but they're similar enough that we can make some comparisons, and I can sort of explain where things will look a little differently for you. But here at the top of the page, this is how the desktop version does it. The mobile app is a little different, but in the desktop version, it puts all the important links up here toward the top, right? You'll see there's one for the stream. That's what you're seeing right now, right? The stream is sort of let's think of it kind of like a bulletin board, all right? absolutely everything that Professor McIntosh and or I do in this course is going to pop up in that stream. It's all going to be there. Every time we make an announcement, looks like there hasn't been one yet. Well, Professor McIntosh had her one that she typed in that I think was meant for a different class that you may have gotten a notification about. So every time we make an announcement, it's going to be there. Every time we post an assignment, it's going to be there. Anytime we post material, it's going to be there. And as such, the stream can get a little bit cluttered. Funny enough, there's Professor McIntosh, as I'm speaking, posting an announcement. Right? So, as you can imagine, then right now it's not too bad because we're only in the first week of class, but the stream can get very cluttered, and so the stream is not the best place to go to if you're trying to find out what you need to do in the class. Right? As I said, it's a great place because anytime we make an announcement, it'll be here. The announcements won't be in any other place in Google Classroom. But if you're trying to find out very quickly what's due, any information you may have missed, things of that nature, then what you need to do is up here at the top where there's a tab here that says classwork. Click there. Now, what you will pull up will look a little differently than what I have here. But at the top, so in classwork, everything that is material that you should look at or assignments that you need to complete and submit, those things will be here for you to find, and they are nice and organized. Now, at the very top of the page, we have this locked to the very top of the page, is a tab titled Published Material. This is all the material that we gave you last week before classes started that will stay here because it's stuff you need for the entire semester. So if you have not clicked on any of this stuff yet, you really should. This is important stuff. For instance, you have the course syllabus here. You can click on this to look at a PDF version of the syllabus. And as this is an online course, you're not getting a paper version, so you really should look at that. You can watch the video where Professor McIntosh and I talk about the syllabus and tell you a little bit, give you a bit of an introduction to ourselves, but also to the course. You can click on that and watch this video of the two of us being super awkward. I need to, there we go. There's also a post with a PDF of questions that often get asked of Professor McIntosh and I as the semester goes on, so that if you've got questions about the course that might be very quickly and very easily answered right here, that's a good thing to go and check. There's information here about the textbook. Remember, the textbook we talked about in the introduction video, again, if you haven't watched that, go watch it, is this book here titled A History of Western Society. The book that Professor McIntosh and I have, this is the one that was provided to us by the publisher, is called the combined version. I think the bookstore may have a cheaper version of this that's black and white, and like the pages look like they've been photocopied. All the same, it may look a little different, but it's the same book. It should be called A History of Western Society. It should have this dude right here. It should have his mug right on the front of it, right? We have some information here about it where you can go to the actual publisher's website and find out what you need to find out, as well as because there's a second textbook that you need for the course, but we don't want you to spend money on that. That's the literature text, which is right here, the Via Moderna. We have provided you with a free PDF copy of this, right? This one will become very important when you start getting lectures from Professor McIntosh, because she will ask you to read material that is in that book, right? Then, as I said, we have the course. When you click on classwork, we have the course organized by week. Now, right now, because I teach this course, I can see all of these weeks. You, however, right now can only see online week 1. So when you open this, what you should see is the published material, and then immediately below the published material, you should see online week 1, right? Within online week 1, you see what has been posted thus far. When it says week 1 lecture materials, week 2 lecture materials, week 3 lecture materials, what have you, those are the lectures for that semester, or for that week, I'm sorry. There'll be weeks where you get, like this week, where you get just lectures from me. There'll be others where you get just lecture material from Professor McIntosh. There'll be some weeks where you'll get lecture material from both of us. As you can see right here, I have told you which chapters you should read. Let me click here to view material so I can pull this up larger. I've told you what chapters to read and from which textbook. I have given you a lecture that's broken up into 2 parts. These are videos on YouTube. I also provide, and Professor McIntosh does as well, a PDF copy of the slides that we use during the lecture. Right? As I said, you can click on the video and watch the lecture itself. On that subject, let me mute this. On that subject, both Professor McIntosh and I also try to make sure that our captions are turned on. Now, neither of us has the time to type out closed captioning, but we use the automatically generated ones from YouTube. They're not always perfect, but they get the job done. You'll have that as well. Another thing, so this is the shorter of the 2 videos that I have, and you see that it's no, I'm sorry, this is the longer one. It's 48 minutes, almost 49. So I don't object to this, and I'm sure Professor McIntosh would not either. If you click on the settings, and right here it says playback speed, if you want to speed it up to 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, 2 times, my voice will sound a little squeaky, or Professor McIntosh's voice will sound a little squeaky, but everything will move a little quicker. You can get through the lecture in a quicker pace as well, or at a quicker pace as well. All right. Go back. All right. This is the place to go if you want to know what it is that you have to have done for each week. You can click on the week, whatever week it happens to be, whether it's week 1 of the semester, week 2 of the semester, or week 12 of the semester. You could click on that week and see what's contained within that, right? If there is an assignment, let's say, all right? Now, when I click on this assignment, because I'm the teacher, it's going to pull up all of your names and submissions. So I'll make sure to blur that. But if you click on it, this is what you'll see, right? You'll see the title of whatever the assignment is, some instructions, and if there's a link to click on in order to actually submit the assignment, that will be here as well. In this case, it is that Google form that you should be filling out to let us know what kind of tech you have, what struggles you may be dealing with, things of that nature. And yeah, this one is an extra credit assignment. it tells you how many points each thing is worth. All right. Hopefully that all makes sense. Now, the mobile app. The mobile app looks a little differently. The appearance is a bit different. Let me get my phone recording here. Okay, so if you download the Google Classroom app, very easy to do, and sign in again with your Bethel email, this is how the interface will look at first. You'll see, similarly to the desktop site, all of your classes listed out like so, and you'll see how even here there's a little thing right there about the tech survey below the main button. Whoops, well, hang on, let me go back. I didn't mean to actually touch it. Where it says tech survey, just there below English 202. If I tap on the class that I want, it takes me here, where again, I am shown the stream. And again, it's not too bad right now, right? But as the semester goes on, this is going to get quite a bit cluttered. So the best thing to do would be to go to classwork. But as you'll see in the app, those icons are not along the top. They're down here at the bottom, where it says stream, classwork, people. I don't know if, yeah, yours should say people. If I tap on classwork, now you see the same things are presented to me. The published material is at the top. All of those different bits of material that I showed you on the desktop are right there for you to see. There's the course syllabus. There's our introduction video. Here's the frequently asked questions PDF for you to peruse. The literature textbook. The information about the Western, the history of Western society textbook. And then again, all of this you won't be able to see yet. You will, however, be able to see online week 1, and you'll be able to see the week 1 lecture materials and the tech survey, which I won't click on right now because it'll pop your names up again, and I don't want to have to try to blur this screen as well. That's a very simple way to keep up with everything that you'll be doing in the course. Know that I know I keep saying it, but know that the stream is just not the best place to go to if you're trying to figure out what you need to do this week. Instead, the best place to go is classwork, and scroll to whichever week it is and find the stuff that is available for you that week. Right? That way you can watch the lectures that you need to watch, read the material that you need to read, complete any assignments that need to be completed. Okay, let me stop my recording. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully that was helpful. Please, by all means, in the comments on this assignment, leave any questions that you feel are still unanswered. All right. Take care. Best of luck this semester. You can always reach out to us if you're struggling with anything. Bye.